On this week's episode, we've got Star Wars Action Fleet, we've got Doctor Who, we've got comics, we've got a gorgeous die-cast model, and more. Growing up, one of my favourite things to collect was the micro machines from Galoob, particularly the Action Fleet, and these are them here. These aren't mine. I got these about a month ago at a Vectis toy auction. This was 3 separate lots and I managed to win all 3 of them. There were more that I wanted as well. Didn't get them, but there are some more which I will show you after we've had a look at these. Now, I have the full collection of these, except for maybe 1 or 2 variants. There isn't a full collection here, but there's a damn size good chunk of it. Let's take a closer look. And here's the first ship that we see in any of the films, the Rebel blockade runner, as it passes overhead in the opening sequence of the very original film. There's the Millennium Falcon. This is one of the variants that I was talking about. The normal one, as you can see from the picture, was a gold one, gold leader, with the yellow markings. This one's got the blue markings, and that's why it comes with blue leader. We've got a landing craft, which is like a larger version of the Imperial shuttle. Another variant here, this is a Rebel Snowspeeder, and if I move that one from the top, you'll see that it's a much darker colour. That's the T-16 Skyhopper that Luke used to bullseye Womprats in back home. Bespin twin pod cloud car, X-Wing Starfighter, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, TIE Bomber, TIE Interceptor, and the standard TIE Fighter. Underneath there we've got everyone's favourite Slave 1, and yes, it is Slaved 1, Jawa Sandcrawler. You've got to admire at just how comprehensive this range was. Got the B-Wing there, and the AT-AT, everyone's favourite walker. A-Wing fighter. Oh, we've got another twin pod cloud car there, haven't we? I didn't realise there was 2. Don't suppose that they are variants anyway, are they? No, they're both the same. Strangely enough, there was even a creature release in this wave, the Rancor. And you'll be forgiven if you don't recognise this one. This is the Virago, and it was part of the Shadows of the Empire line. So we never saw that in any of the films. Also a part of the Action Fleet lineup was these flight controllers. This one's Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. It came on a handle that would fire out missiles. Had lights and sound features. They also did Luke's X-Wing as well, but that must have been part of one of the lots that I wasn't lucky enough to win. Now, one of the big parts of the Micro Machines line were the opening playsets. Most of them were heads, but there were a couple of these accessory ones. This one is Luke's macro binoculars. Comes with a Y-Wing, Luke, R5 and Wedge. And as you can see, it opens up and you've got part of the Yavin base. There was also Darth Vader's lightsaber, which came obviously with Darth Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin. In fact, was this the first ever Grand Moff Tarkin figure? Possibly. An Imperial Gunner and an X-Wing Starfighter. And this one opened up, it was in the shape of Darth Vader's lightsaber, opened up so you could reenact the Death Star trench run. These were some of the smaller opening play sets. This was the biggest. This is the Death Star, as you can see. Let's see if I can bring it forward for you. And it did open up to turn into Tatooine, which I always thought was quite strange. Now the top part does open up into the landing bay that the Millennium Falcon would have taken off from, but I always thought this would have been better if it opened up as the Death Star interior. Still, a fantastic playset. Now we all know Micro Machines are originally were little model cars, or little model vehicles at least, and obviously when they started the Star Wars line, they did start it off with little model vehicles. Here we've got a set of all 13 of the carded 3-packs that they brought out. It pains me to split these, so I might have to try and sell them as a set. There are some extras as well. They originally brought them out on these kind of cards as part of the Micro Machines Space range. You know, when I was a kid I refused to buy this set because I always felt that looked like a yo-yo. It also did figures. And it's a Tusken Raider set. And that leads us nicely on to the battle packs. And these are the Star Wars battle packs. I don't have a full set of these, unfortunately. I've got the first 4 and what looks like the last 4. So there's Rebel Alliance, Galactic Empire, Aliens and Creatures, and it looks like Bib Fortuna has fallen out of his little bubble there. Galactic Hunters, Cantina, Smugglers and Spies, Hoth Attack, Death Star Escape, and Endor Victory. Look at those Jedi ghosts. Now, being a big fan of the expanded universe, these were always favourites of mine. They're called the Epic Collections. These ones are trilingual variants. We've got the Truce at Bakura here, which has some characters and vehicles that are from that particular story. We've got the first of the Jedi Academy trilogy here, Jedi Search, again with vehicles and characters exclusive to that particular story. And same again here for the Heir to the Empire, without which we wouldn't be in the position with Star Wars to be able to do sequel trilogies, prequels, special editions, or anything. And there's my boy, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Mentioned there Tamara Jade too. Big fan of those ones. This is one that I've not seen before, though I never saw this and I never had this when I was collecting. It's quite a nice set. And that's it for the Micro Machines that I got at Vectis. From the same Vectis auction, I also got a job lot of Star Wars comics. We got Droids, issues 1 to 6. There they are. That's a cool image, isn't it? So that's a full set of 6. That's volume 1 of Droids. There's also volume 2, which is a set of 8. Again, fantastic artwork on that cover there. That's the full set of volume 2. And there was also the special. And move across, there was a full set of River of Chaos, which was an early Dark Horse title. Only 4 issues in that one. They're all in excellent condition as well. And then there was issue 1 and 2 of Dark Force Rising. And if I'm honest, I actually bought this lot because I thought all 6 of this was in here, and I was going to add it to my Grand Admiral Thrawn collection. But no, there's just the 2, so I'm still hunting. And this is the last item that I got in that Vectis auction. It's the Movie Maniacs Series 3 King Kong Deluxe figure. This is ginormous, absolutely huge. It's not long since I last had this in, actually, because I got it last year as part of that big Godzilla collection that I keep banging on about. And it was one of the first things that went. So this was not considerably less than what I sold the last one for, but prices just keep going up, so I thought, why not? And it's an awesome figure. And I've just had this little parcel delivered, so I thought I'd give you a quick unboxing. I know what's in here. There's not loads. We have some Yu-Gi-Oh! In the form of Dimension Force. We have Pokemon. Paldea Evolved. More Pokemon. Astral Radiance. And another Paldea Evolved. So nice to have some Pokemon back in stock again. And of course the Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. And this week I also took in a collection of Marvel Gallery statues. These are the ones by Diamond Select. Really, really cool. Loving that Weapon X. Doctor Strange from Multiverse of Madness. We've got the Road Warrior Thor from Thor Ragnarok. Star-Lord from Guardians 2, I think that one is. Wanda from WandaVision. And this really cool Spider-Man from the video game. What nice when you get a few together on a shelf like that, don't they? As you know, I'm not a huge fan of Funko Pops. However, I do like some of the Blacklight ones. And some of these are fantastic. Particularly like that Iron Man. These were brought in this week and are just about to go out for sale. Spider-Man's quite cool as well. And they came in with these. Now, he said that these were from the Advent calendar. I'm not sure what year though. Also brought in this week was this Auto Art Chrysler Charger E49 in 1/18 scale. It's a beautiful model, really, really stunning. Unfortunately, the box seems to have discoloured slightly. It's a little bit creamier at the ends than what it is in the middle, so I don't know if it's faded or yellowed. It's one or the other. Otherwise, it's in perfect condition. But we're not bothered about the box, are we? When it comes to something like this, it's all about the model. So let's take a look at it. And there she is. How gorgeously stunning a model is this. Absolutely beautiful. I've got to say, I quite like those red lines on the tyres. It's almost like a giant Hot Wheels car. Of course, Auto Art do detail that only Auto Art can do. Let's get everything open for you. Auto Art really are second to none when it comes to the detail on these kind of cars. They know how to make the most stunning models. You do have to be careful with them though, because certain elements of them can be quite fragile. And this week we had a couple of visits, one from Mark at Blue Harvest Toys and another from Theo at Slimehouse TV. I'm really looking forward to seeing both of their episodes, and if you've come here because you've seen their episodes, well, I hope you stay, I hope you like what you see, and thank you for joining us. If you haven't seen their videos yet, why not check out the links in the description. Get yourself over there and give them a sub. And I thought we'd take another look at some of that Doctor Who stuff that I've still got to sort. First up, there's a, looks sealed. Yeah, we've got a sealed TARDIS playset. This is the 11th Doctor version. Doesn't come with figures, they never did. That's what it looks like. Seems to be in fairly good condition. Minor wear to some of the corners and edges, but otherwise quite good. Now, I haven't been in these boxes yet, and it's a long while since I looked at the list of what there was in this collection. So it's as much as a surprise to me as it is to you. The least interesting one on the top seems to be the Satan Pit. What would you call this? Playset? It's not much of a playset, is it? It's no play features whatsoever. Oh, we can open the door and stick a figure inside. This was a pretty crap collectible at the time. Quickly hit the bargain bins as well. Ooh, that's cool. Move over to this now. It looks like the item on top has damaged this one. It's squashed the top of the box in. We've got a Dalek patrol ship with pilots. Now, this is when they went to that range. It's pushed the front of the box in as well. Look at the state of that. What a mess. That side just so I can hold it a little bit better. Yeah, this is when they went to that range of 3.75 inch figures instead of the usual 5 inch. And I suppose it enabled them to do larger things like this, which you couldn't really have got away with at a cost-effective price. To do one to scale with the 5 inch figures, can you imagine? That big. Well, it might look cool though. We have a Series 5, I think. Pretty sure that's Series 5. Silurian, General, or Restak. She was a bit of a cow in the episode, wasn't she? Nasty piece of work. Then again, Generals. That seems to be in good condition. Now, everyone's going crazy for the new version at the moment, but no, we've got the 11th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Still sealed in the box as well, which is quite cool. You call it a box? We'll go with packaging. Still sealed in the packaging. They're always very popular. Series 3, the Master. I'm not sure whether these are fantastic at the moment. They were really, really good when they first came out, but then because they were everywhere, they quickly got discounted and they kind of sat on the shop shelves for a long time. This one's in really good condition now, and we are talking 2007. At this point, probably a bit harder to get. Now, this is a nice one to find. It does look like it's been opened though, because the tape is missing. Yeah, that's definitely been opened. So we've got the War Doctor. No, sorry. The other Doctor. War Doctor. With it being open, I can actually take it out and let you have a look at it. So it's, I'm going to say William Hurt. It's not William Hurt at all. It's John Hurt's incarnation of the Doctor that we only saw in that one episode. And it also comes with the head sculpt there of Paul McGann. I'm not quite sure why. Because Paul McGann didn't wear that outfit, did he? And it comes with the Moment accessory. Slide that back into its packaging and move on to the next. Okay, another very cool piece. Was it the same story as well? Day of the Doctor? I think so, okay. The Curator with the Gallifrey Falls painting. Now, yeah, of course, this is the immortal, or so we hope, Tom Baker. So immortal, in fact, that he died as the Doctor and then has come back later. Now, we all love Tom, don't we? And yeah, the accessory there, that giant accessory of the Gallifrey Falls painting is quite cool. Lenticular, so it flips from falling to not falling. Now, I've got another box to show you. Big box. Well, straight away I can see two Sontaran box sets. They're quite cool. But wedged in between them, we've got some 12-inch figures. I've just seen there's some more at the bottom of the box as well. Two Cybermen. Excuse the frog in the throat. Okay, so. Now this is tempting. This is very tempting. As you know, or may not know, depending on how many of my episodes you've watched, classic Doctor Who is my thing. Time Warrior was always a favourite of mine as well. So in there we've got the Third Doctor, played by John Pertwee. We've got Lynx the Sontaran. And we've got the Sontaran scout ship, so to speak. Box is still sealed and in very nice condition. There's a slight indentation there. Very, very slight. Nice one. Another one that tempts me as well is this. And that would, if I have this, it will purely because I have that one and I have to have the pair. Fantastic story though, Sontaran Experiment. Just 2 episodes long. Really, really good. Got the Fourth Doctor there, played by Tom Baker. The Sontaran Major Steyr, played by the same actor as Lynx, but with either a repaint. No, it wasn't a repainted mask. It was a new mask. And the Sontaran scout ship. Again, box in quite good condition. Not quite as good. There's a very, very minor tear there, and I think, yeah, the window's been pressed in a little bit. Still, really, really nice piece to come across now. Let's get the rest of these 12-inch figures out of the way. Oh, there's a Jadoon. Does his helmet come off? Jadoon Captain. He's complete as well. He's got his gun and he's got his scanner and whatever that's meant to be. Clockwork Robot. They were a brilliant design, weren't they? They were fantastic though. Really, really good. Complete with his whatever that is. Got an Ood. I believe that's a glow-in-the-dark Persil ball. Novice Hane. She comes with a gun. We have Dalek Sec Human Hybrid. And we have She Who Shall Not Be Named. There's 2 radio controlled Daleks in here. There's no tape on the boxes, so I couldn't say if these are sealed or not. Oh, right, there we are. I was looking at the top thinking it flapped open. It doesn't, it's the sides. Okay, the tape is missing on one side, it's there on the other. So yeah, that has been opened. Let's try that and make sure it works then. And we've got the black Dalek sec as well, exactly the same tape removed at one end. Both ends actually on this one. So yeah, I will test that and make sure that works as well. A little bit dusty as this one, but we've got the Doomsday set, which for the longest time was the only way you could get the Doctor wearing 3D glasses. The Dalek sec and a Cyberman, just on the top of there. And then we have, finishing off the radio controlled pieces, we have the radio controlled K9 with 10th Doctor action figures. It's a rusty K9 as well. And that's it for those boxes. There's some pretty cool stuff there, isn't there? And that's everything for this week's episode. So if you liked it, remember to smash that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, get on it. Right, I'll catch you again next week with another episode. Take care. Bye!